All right, so Huma Abedin's deposition was in regards to a civil case, but there is also an ongoing FBI criminal investigation into the private server. And now we're learning that Attorney General Loretta Lynch met with former President Bill Clinton earlier this week. So, Paula, how did this meeting happen? We just got some tape of Lynch explaining this today. Let's just play a little bit of that.
Well, I did see the president at the Phoenix airport the other night. As I was landing, he was headed out. He did come over and say hello and speak to my husband and myself and talk about his grandchildren and his travels and things like that. So that was the extent of that. And no discussions were held in any cases or anything of that. And he didn't raise anything about that either.
All right, Paula, so that sounds fairly innocuous, but irregardless of that, is it disconcerting to have the Attorney General who's conducting this federal investigation, talking to Bill Clinton about this? Even if it's, there seems to be a sense of impropriety here.
Vlad, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. The most high-profile national security investigation under the Attorney General is the investigation into whether or not classified information was mishandled in connection with Hillary Clinton's server. Now, President Clinton and his foundation is also tangentially involved in that investigation, so the appearance of impropriety is just stunning. Now, this was not a scheduled meeting. He just boarded her plane. He says, according to his aides, that he just extends this courtesy to certain dignitaries. But again, this is the most high-profile national security investigation in the country. Loretta Lynch is no shrinking violet. This is a tough lady. She has stood up to El Chapo. She has taken on FIFA. She is not incapable of telling someone, look, you can't come on my plane, or look, I don't want to talk to you. The optics of this for the investigation going forward are horrible.
And it just is striking because the Clintons are well versed in what the optics of any situation they find themselves in is, and so one wonders what former President Bill Clinton was even thinking himself. I mean, again, he's also a lawyer, and I would think that he would know that this would have a whiff of impropriety to it.
You would think, and we asked her at her press conference, our colleague asked her about the appearance of impropriety, and she gave this answer. She said, my agency is involved in matters looking at State Department policies and issues. She went on to say what she's been saying for months, that this is being handled by career investigators. But as you said, these are very smart people. They should know that the appearance, the optics of this meeting, would you meet with the spouse of anyone else that you're investigating? It's quite surprising that this meeting was allowed to happen. And again, it will definitely be fuel for those who do not believe that this is an objective investigation.
So that's the question, Paula. Could this impact this investigation at all?
I think that it'll certainly be grist for the mill and all the people who say that this is not objective, that she is not capable of objectively investigating the presumptive Democratic nominee for president. Historically, she has been asked that question, and she's given a similar answer that she gave today, which is that this case is being handled by career prosecutors, that it will be handled like any other case. FBI Director Comey has said the same thing. He treat it like any other case that comes before us. But she has not directly addressed the impropriety of meeting with former President Clinton. Even if it's awkward to tell him to get off your plane or that you can't meet with him, you would think that this, if any other case or any other circumstance, would be the time to do that. It remains to be seen how this will impact the investigation going forward. But Vlad, while we didn't get anything shocking out of Huma Abedin's deposition, this meeting was stunning.
Grist for the mill indeed. Paula Reid reporting for us in Washington. Thank you, Paula.